Good morning, everyone. Today's Tuesday, November the 14th. Sorry about the mic being so quiet yesterday. Let's take a look at what we're looking at. So the number here that I positioned yesterday was this 445.50. We're just a little bit above it, folks. Listen, sure as the day is long, you see how fast this move is? $5 literally in moments. And when that happens, it's everybody running for the fire escape. You don't chase buying pressure like this. You chase this price action when you're short and you're watching your position absolutely burn your house down. And so this move, take a look what's happening. It comes right into the top of this flag pattern that we've been looking for here. And if I were a betting man, which of course I'm neither, but if I were, here's what I'm doing today. I'm going to watch this opening range. I'm not taking a long here in any kind of motion at the opening space. Then I'm going to look for potential exhaustion, and I'm going to try and scalp the short that comes in over here. And then after that, if it holds my 445, I'm going to turn right back around and go long. That being said, if I go long and it can't get back up over 446, I'm going to turn right back around and go short because I think it belongs inside of this channel. All right, that CPI number is just an expectation of what's going to happen. Now, Joseph Wang believes that the Fed is going to have to cut earlier than they want to. But remember, when the Fed cuts rates, it's because things aren't going well. And one of the big things we want to watch for, because I just went over what we're looking for in SPY, right? As long as it holds above 441, this is still buy the dip. We remain in buy the dip. But look what happened to the IWM. All right? Right up at the 175 zone. It's still climbing. Look at where congestion is. 176.50. Okay? Look at where 176.50 is, right at the top of this space. Listen, if I'm a patient seller, which I am these days after many years of not being a patient seller, I'm going to watch this formation exhaust or continue. If I have a shallow dip, it's going to be more buy. If I have an exhaustion pattern that begins to lose the 175.50 area, or this wick here, and I'll put this line right here, it's going to make an absolutely fantastic short. Okay, what do I think? Listen, the IWM has been bottoming. This is a monthly flag. It's a monthly bottoming formation. Look, down, up, down, up, down. Listen, expect the pattern. Trade the pattern, expect it, which is why we have our iron condor here, and it's coming right into this edge. So we might have to do something, but I don't think we will. This is short covering, all right? This is absolute short covering. The speed of motion is insane. And when you've got that kind of insane motion, it's people being frantic about positioning. So also some very sweet trades setting up in the near term right here. Let's take a look at the cues. Okay, well out of the flag from a weekly formation, 383. Look at this. It's right up at our number. Absolutely spot on, right up at our number. So what do? We're going to look for a breakout that fails, right? So if you say, hey, I'm going on a 1 minute chart and I'm going to look for the longs, absolutely. Higher low, higher highs. This is a break formation, but it is not a buy and hold. 100%. Not a buy and hold. Okay? Now, what do you want to do to mechanize that? As soon as it stops making higher highs on your 1 minute, you got to get out. All right? Level here, if it breaches 383, it's got 387 on the horizon. Okay, that's going to be up around this high wick, and I'll put it right here. All right, Buyers clearly in control, but they're buying to cover. And that makes a very, very big difference. Doing absolutely beautifully, folks. Trend has been up. We follow the formation. We look at where the traders want to test, and then we anticipate, based on prior motion, what they're going to do. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks at 383, collapsed every time. So we're going to anticipate that's what they're going to do at the first bounce. Don't go long here on the breakout thinking that you're going to miss a move. You're not. You're not. Sure as the day's long, you are not going to miss the move. All right, we're tactical day traders here, so we're looking for things that tell us where our formations are going to eventually collapse. Take a look at this, right? Still screaming to the north. You know they're thinking about 4,500. Where might they stop? All right, we got this heavy congestion here, right? These lines, kind of right where we're choking right now, right? 88.25. So you could go, hey, I'm going to short there. Listen, what do we know about how we short? Let's go to our 1 minute, right? Look at this formation. Higher lows, higher highs. Is that the formation of a short? No. But if you've got a topping formation, you can go, hey, I'm going to short this, but I expect buyers to come in at 86, and I expect buyers to come in at 80. And so if I short here, because, hey, I'm not headed higher, because of this big green ribbon, I know I am going to find buyers somewhere here. Because guess what? The sellers are going to say, I'm shorting this baby again. You can't tell me I'm wrong. Because everybody's like that when they're committed to their trade. So they're going to short it, and they're going to push to see if they can get buyers out of the way. But this move, see the buyers? They're going to start popping in. And as a trader, you have to go, hey, I'm trying to scalp this top end at 88. I'm not going to chase it. I'll take maybe 89, but if it gets past 90, good night, Irene. I'm out of there. All right? Once this holds and breaks, what are you going to have to see? 1, fails to head higher. 2, breaks the support zone. 3, bounces and gives us another lower high. That is the formation. No matter if you look at it on a 1 minute, a 5 minute, a 15 minute, a 1 hour, a 4 hour, a 1 day, a 1 week, a 1 month, a 1 year. It's always the same pattern if it is going to break down. It is never different. So try to focus on what never changes and then realize the rest of it is just noise. Okay? That's it. That's all. Watch it, right? As long as we don't break this high, we're going to be able to go in here. What do you do right here? You're scalping the event. So if you got in at 88 or 89, first thing you do, you take a little profit, you move your stop down. You move it to, well, you probably don't need to move the stop down here because it's still breaking and you've still got a little bit of flag action left in terms of this formation. But you can see the wick? Why? Because this is old support. And that is going to happen. You take a little profit, and then you wait for it to come back. If you add to your position, your stop needs to be exactly the same. This 44.90.50. If it ends up pulling deeper for you, great. But this is the setup you're looking for. And the way you find it, folks, is you look at your weekly charts and you look at your daily charts. That's all you need to do. The weekly and monthly price patterns will tell you where the ideal trades are and where the argument is. All right, let's go to the NQ. I know I kind of took a long time with that, and I know I sound fierce. Listen, I love trading. I do. I love it. The patterns are always the same. Look at what it came into. Kaboom. What's going to happen here? Let's see what happened the last 4 weeks. Rejection, 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 rejection. Did we break it? Yes, but notice, we're making lower lows on this formation, and any time a flag breaks out, unless it's in some kind of hyper squeeze, which we could see, it is going to retrace to the base of the flag and continue in the direction of trend if that is what the charts are telling us. All right, I'm going to remove that line. It's too noisy. I'm going to remove this line. Too noisy. So what are we looking at here? Same thing. Topping formation, shallow fade in the opening tick, and a breach up above in the first few minutes of the trading day tells us we're going higher. Breakdown off the pattern. How do you look for the pattern? Again, same thing. I mean, the same thing. The same thing. What do we look for? Take a look. Higher high. Edge of the Keltner band. That's very unusual, right? So it's very hard to say, hey, I'm shorting it up here, unless you're looking eyeballs right there saying, okay, if I short here and it breaches a little more, I'm going to 57. But that's a guess formation, right? Here you would say, all right, I see it fading. I want to see it bounce to a lower high, not have any buying pressure here. And so I'm going to sell it off of this top, and I'm going to go into the next line of support, and then the next line of support. And here it is right here. Look at what happens at this first line of support. Buyers come in. Why? Because the pattern is bullish. Because the second somebody tries to short and price action starts moving against them, they're going to get out of the trade, because everything about short action means that traders are on the opposite real flow of the market, because we buy things for them to go up. That's what the stock market is all about. Okay? So as long as your stop is sitting here at 15,824 and you got in within 5 or 6, maybe 7 points of that, you're in good shape. This level here is a big support leg. If we lose it, we're going to go to the bottom of the Keltner channel, to the next area of support, and guess what? We're going to bounce. It is very bullish here, and even if the traders are trying to short, they're not going to be able to do it with quick and strong motion, because there are still people thinking, that's all right, this is squeeze action, I'm holding. I'm going to wait to see what the morning looks like before I decide I'm going to get out of my short, right? That's what the psychology is right there. But as long as you've gotten in short here, you take profit at that first leg. This is support. So we want it to turn into resistance. If it doesn't, you get out of the trade and you wait for the next opportunity. All right? Because buyers are going to come in at the base of this ribbon. They're really going to try. If they can't hold their level like they did right here, beautiful action to the downside. But I suspect we have quite the fight above us. So we want to be super careful. All right? Take care, everybody. See you on the platforms.